So it has finally arrived! Yes, after selling my old Ally you've seen in all these vids on the channel to the awesome CEX shop here in the UK for about £250, then finding out yesterday that it was delayed by couriers due to a labelling issue of all things, I finally have my ROG Ally X. This video is my first few hours with my Ally X. It's going to be raw and unscripted, so let's walk through this together as I give my first impressions. And the first impression is that this black box just looks so awesome, with the front having a cool holographic effect. Okay, so open it up and it's telling us to plug in. One of our awesome viewers, Jinx, commented yesterday that he purchased a 100-watt charger for his Ally X, which inspired me to go to Amazon and buy the same Anker one for a very reasonable £28. This arrived literally about half an hour ago. It's got a great compact travel mechanism, it comes with a free cable, and Amazon did a great deal on this free 6-foot cable too if you bought it. Highly recommended. So it has a QR code, which I'm guessing takes us to a setup guide, and let's get this bad boy unwrapped. It seems completely dead, so let's plug in using my amazing new 100-watt Anker charger and cable for super fast charging speeds. Oh wow, the power button feels much more solid and recessed, which is very nice. It has a great matte feel to it. After about 2 minutes, it takes us to this screen, and guys, this is the first ever time I've held the Ally X, and wow, it feels so much more comfortable in the palms than the last one, where the edge was quite a bit sharper. It feels sturdier and thicker, but in a good way. I'll give more impressions on the handheld's design in a moment, but let's see what else is in the box, which is a warranty card. Asus, you're under the microscope on this one, and a little instruction leaflet detailing all the different parts of the Ally X. We get one part of the plug, and in the final compartment we get the brick part of the plug. Remember that this is only a 65-watt charge unfortunately, hence why getting the Anker 100-watt charger is highly recommended. So I nearly forgot the most important bit, which is the cardboard stand. It's kind of hidden away in the top part of the box, and we don't get just one but two, of course both in black. This is so ace. We may not get a case, but we do get these, so thanks Asus. Okay, so there are 3 observations I want to make before we continue. The first is that it is noticeable that the fans are on right now, even though they are pretty quiet. The second is that they really do not feel hot at all. Already I can tell that the fan cooling system is much improved from the original Ally. And the third is that I just love this black aesthetic. I know this is a very personal choice, but for me this Ally is just my perfect colour. Oh, and another observation I haven't seen in any other unboxing vids is that both of the cardboard stands actually have a little bit of foam protective rubbering to make the Ally even more stable and protected when in the stand. A very nice touch. So let's blitz through the setup. We select our country, then our keyboard, connect to our Wi-Fi network, accept the license agreement, name our device. Man, this Ally X touchscreen keyboard is as responsive as ever. Oops, we can't have any spaces. Sign into a Microsoft account. Choose if you want to restore from a backup. I'm choosing setup as a new PC, so it's a completely fresh start. Registering our fingerprint, doing a PIN, and I'll skip the rest as it's just personal choices. It tells us it's installing Word and Excel to remind us that the Windows OS just was not designed to be a purely gaming handheld. It takes about 10 minutes now to update, so now's a great time to grab a hot cocoa and snack, have a pancake intermission, then finish with some gaming and final impressions. Okay, another observation is that the fingerprint signing feels much faster than the old Ally. Is it just me or do you think so too? Let us know in the comments. So press the Armory Crate button. This first time we need to click agree, and this is really cool. Asus have finally added like an intro features overview guide. A really nice touch, especially for those of us new to PC handheld gaming. I'm going to do another vid very soon on all of the new additions to this huge Armory Crate 1.5 update, so make sure that you're subscribed for that. Okay, this is my first ever time using the thumbsticks on the Ally X. It was one of the biggest reasons why I upgraded to this handheld, as I just wasn't a huge fan of the looseness of the old Ally. And guys, these offer so much more resistance and tension. I absolutely love the much grippier feel of them. Asus have absolutely hit a home run with these, yes! So let's test out 3 games by heading into Game Platforms, open the Xbox app. Oh, we've got 3 free months of Game Pass, which I'm guessing that we still get even if we've already claimed it with our old Ally. It was here that the Xbox app glitched out quite a bit and automatically closed a few times. Let's click review now, then update to install dependencies. I'm going to untick the keep app running in background when I close it. Let's download a super chill game called Tchia. Check this out, 894 gigabytes of internal SSD available. Man, it's so good to have all this extra space on the Ally X. Okay, another thing to note is that downloads seem way faster on the Ally X, but I just double checked and both the old Ally and the Ally X use the same Wi-Fi 6E, so perhaps this isn't the case. So the Microsoft Store is saying that there's an update for Armory Crate, so let's do that. I had this intro vid and now's a good time to test out the speakers.
Unlike the other game consoles, the ROG Ally runs Windows, just like a gaming PC.
The speakers were phenomenal on the old Ally and sound just as good here. To me, they even sound slightly louder too, which is a win. Let's download Celeste to test out the D-pad, which I can't wait to do. I've already signed into my EA Play account, so let's download FC24 too. It's so good being able to easily use third-party launchers on the Ally, unlike the Steam Deck OLED. With our first 3 games downloaded, let's head back into Armory Crate and let's now test out the LB and RB top buttons. Wow, they now have a very satisfying click. They feel really solid, a big thumbs up. I've only just realised I've been on only 8% brightness this whole time, so let's bump it up to 100. In Armory Crate, I'm desperate to try out the new carousel, so let's hit horizontal. I'm going to keep them at the bottom. Cover art size 3, turn game title to off, blur background image to 5%, and darken background image to around 20%. And now Armory Crate finally feels so much like a console, which is neat. Let's unplug and play some Tchia, which the Ally X automatically sets to 17 watts. Three things to note. The Ally feels so much more comfortable in the hands. I've got to emphasize that again. I love the black, but you can probably see it does pick up some fingerprints pretty easily on its matte finish. And the thumbsticks are just like an Xbox Series X controller, in them now being much tighter. Another thing that I've just noticed that again I haven't seen in many other YouTuber vids is that there now feels a very small lip, like a ledge almost, where the LCD screen is now indented at the bottom, whereas it wasn't on the original Ally. It's not a good or a bad thing, just different, but definitely noticeable once you notice it. Okay, a change to Armory Crate is really throwing me off, in that when we press A to select a game profile template, I expect to press A again to take me then straight into the game. But this isn't happening, as we now need to press Y, which is done. So it's going to take a little while to get used to that. But let's now try out some Celeste at the silent 13 watt profile. Oh wow, the D-pad is so much better than the original Ally. And now can't wait to try out old retro games with it. And I'm going to do a brand new Deck setup guide very soon for the Ally X, so stay tuned for that. And finally, I really want to test out the rear triggers LT and RT with FC24 on the 25 watt unplugged turbo mode.
Job the final here at the Euros. My name is Derek Ray, sitting here on the commentary gantry, and with me to provide expert analysis, a complete tactic. Oh, big chance! Vital intervention.
The rear triggers feel great, the ABXY buttons feel more solid, and if you're a fan of FC24, then out of the original Ally, PlayStation Portal, the Steam Deck OLED, and this Ally X, then the X is absolutely the best way to play this. And one thing I haven't even mentioned yet is the rumble feedback. Definitely feels more pronounced on the Ally X. I love it. There's one final thing I want to test out, and I think you know what that is. Yes, the SD card. Finally, it works on the Ally X. Yes, and by all accounts so far, there will not be any issues, thankfully. I've got all my emulation files from my old Ally backed up ready to go that I covered in the last vid. Link in description. So as you can probably tell, I am blown away from my first 3 hours with the ROG Ally X. And I think that if you can deal with selling your old Ally, or if you're new to PC gaming, you don't mind Windows and the lofty price tag is affordable to you, then you should absolutely get it. It solves pretty much every issue from the original Ally, including battery that I haven't even had the chance to test out yet. And I really do not think that you'll be disappointed. If you do have the Ally X, then let us know how you're finding it. And if you're thinking about getting it, then let us know in the comments. And as a thank you for watching this far, I'd love to share this awesome quote. Tip for today, control how you respond to things sent to destroy your peace. We all go through difficult situations that try to rob us of our peace. Like yesterday for me when my Ally X got delayed and stressed me out. But let's stay as calm as we can and stay encouraged today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, hit like to allow the YouTube algorithm to spread it to more people, and subscribe if you're new here and loved it. And if you are ready to sell your old Ally, then do these 2 things first in this vid. I appreciate every single one of you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.